What's up, world? It's your boy Ross Mac of Maconomics, and look, let's continue talking about generational wealth. So my last video, I talked about how to really start thinking about true generational wealth and how to build it, right? We talked about 529, and then we actually talked about my new partnership with EarlyBird when it comes to being the go-to spot for actually opening up that custodial account. So now let me actually walk you through how easy it is to actually set it up. The very first thing you're gonna have to do is just put in your own personal information. Now you're going to also put in your child's information, name, birth date. And then we're going to start getting to your financials. Anytime you open up a brokerage account or anything of this sort, they're going to ask you the same type of questions, right? What's your employment status, as well as what is your net worth? That way they can actually gauge kind of, what's your risk tolerance you should technically have, right? Then they're going to also ask, do you have anybody that's kind of working that you're related to that's working in the financial field, right? In other words, do you have any insider trading information? More than likely, no. Then they're going to also ask you, what's your investing experience? For me, obviously, I'm going to say an expert, but for you, you could truly be true. That way they can try to figure out just how much, help that you might need. The next question they're going to ask is, what degree of risk are you currently prepared to take with investment decisions regarding your child's financial future? The way you should think about this is just, what is your risk horizon, right? The younger your child is, technically, the more risk tolerant you should be as a parent for them, because they have longer time to actually make any money back in the market, right? If you think about, the coronavirus at the beginning of the year, the market went down 30%, but as you could see, market came right back up and it's at all new highs, right? So it's all just thinking about how much time you have in order, if you were to lose some of your money, but in order to get it back, because on average, the market always goes back up, right? So for me, I'm going to say, I have very large risk tolerance for my child. And then you could actually start thinking about it, right? They have some accounts that are already set up for you, right? And for the aggressive portfolio, you're going to have 51% large cap, 9% small cap, and 30% international. And then they actually give you the opportunity to customize your portfolio and add, two smaller ETFs, right? ETFs are exchange traded funds. In other words, a basket of goods. When I look at this, I like the idea of robotics as well as video games. Those are the future, right? Everybody's doing that, and robots, that's going to be a huge part of the future. I really like that. And then it's going to give you an overall idea of, what your overall portfolio is going to look like. Then next, you set up your bank account. One thing that is very important is when you start thinking about investing, you want to understand the power of compounding interest. What that means is allowing your money to make money, right? The interest that you make, the gains you make, having that be reinvested so that makes money, right? Racks on racks on racks. Same with interest on interest on interest. Compounding interest. Ask my homie Einstein, eighth wonder of the world. You definitely want to do this. So it's very important to set up recurring investments. The same way you pay your bills every month, you know what I mean? Whether it's Netflix or phone bill, rent, you should think about investing monthly as well. Recurring investments. So for me, I'm going to put $100 a month in this, right?